everyone, welcome back to Undeadly Gore with Jay, where we talk about haunted houses, honest reviews on haunted houses, haunted walkthroughs, and all things Halloween. As you guys know, I love horror. Let's get our liquid death cracked open, and let's talk. I got a lot of things to talk about. It's pretty good. All right, folks, so recently I wanted to go to a haunted house, but I didn't know, what haunted houses are open in July. It's midsummer. Usually haunts are getting ready to open. They're getting ready to set up. Some haunts like to open in the weekends in August and yada yada, things like that. So I went online and I started searching for open haunts, see if any haunt was ready to open. And I came across this all year round haunt called Mortem Manor. So my intention was to go there, get some footage of the haunted house, and also did some searching on YouTube, and they actually let people record in the haunt, such as Tampa J and etc. So my whole thing is, how much is this haunt and where is this haunt located? This haunt was only $20 and it's open from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. So I want to say I left my place around 8 o'clock and we probably got there around 8:30. So we put Mortem Manor in the GPS, and it took us to a place called the Fun Spot. I've seen this Fun Spot online. I didn't know the haunted house was in the Fun Spot. So we go to the Fun Spot. It's my first time there. And off the bat, the vibe at the Fun Spot was completely off. It was really ghetto. We get there, there's a couple of shops. So we went in some of the shops and they have like knockoff, like Ray-Ban glasses. They have like things that you can get off of Temu, like knockoff Disney merch, because it's tourists, so like they're gonna buy it because it's cheaper, but everything is really knocked off and like really ghetto, and the vibe there was just like off. I thought this was a place that criminals go. Like, it was that bad. Here in the Fun Spot, right?
This is not Fun Spot, this is Old Town.
It looks very sketchy. Not bad, but not right. So after walking around, we finally got to Mortem Manor. All right, this is the haunted house we're supposedly going to. Not a long line at all, but here it is.
Mortem Manor.
It's kind of just here. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Downtown, like. No, not even. It's like when you walk like right into Disney. It's like bootleg. So as you guys can see from that clip, it looked good. Like, the outside of the haunted house looked good for being in the middle of a tourist spot. It looked pretty, scary. So the whole tourist spot, they only wanted cash. Like, everything was cash. I don't carry cash, so I ended up buying the haunted house tickets online, and it was like their website was okay. It wasn't like, a modern website. It's a really old website. You can pretty much tell. So we get up to the lady at the counter and she didn't say a thing. She just wanted the tickets and she wanted us to get on our merry way. She wasn't dressed up in haunt or in costume at all. She wanted our tickets and she wanted us to get out of the way.
It's a little early now.
This is where we check in for Mortem Manor. Not a lot of people here. Hopefully it's good. All right, guys, Chris is checking in first. Looks pretty creepy in here. I'm low-key scared. Me too. I don't get scared that easily though, but this looks sketch. Yeah, I don't fuck with dolls. Like, he's creepy. That ticket, Chris.
Right here.
Oh yeah.
Admit one.
All right. Are we gonna come out alive? That's the question.
I am.
Not with this guy. So off the bat, I'm giving the customer service a 0. She did not care. She wanted to scan the tickets and go. The only thing that she said to us is, wait over here. I'll give a quick clip of where they wanted us to wait for the haunt. So I got my ticket now. This is what the ticket looks like. I better look at the ticket. And there's an actor right there. Scariest haunted house in America. I don't know about all that. But she directed us over here to get picked up where it says entrance when they're ready to come get us. Still looks very, very sketch. I don't know. Hopefully it's good.
There's the kind of place you can get your
Apparently it's the scariest haunted house in America. It doesn't look like it for sure. Got this guy here. So as you guys can see, that's pretty much where they wanted us to wait for the haunt. There wasn't a long line at all. So with the whole customer service thing is you're not rushing to scan people's tickets because there was no one in line, literally no one. There was one group in front of us and there was no group behind us. It was just that group and our group. So as you can see, this guy right here was pretty much, you know, bringing people into the haunt and getting them all in for the pre-show and stuff like that. And he seemed cool. He seemed like he was very in character, which you should be for a haunt. I'm a scare actor myself. I play Bozo at the Medford Haunted House. You guys should check it out if you guys ever visit Long Island. He was very much in character the whole time. He was very overboard with whoever he was playing. I totally understand, you know, you're a scare actor, you're going to be scared, you're going to be in character, and you're not going to break that character. So now we get up to the wait here sign. This scary lady in the mirror here. She doesn't look like she pops up or anything. She's just there.
Just had to look.
Just had to look.
Just had to look.
Bloody Mary. Is that Bloody Mary?
It's AI.
It's AI? Does she jump up or something? She's just there. All right, I guess she was once hers. Like Bloody Mary? Question mark. Wait here.
Oh wait.
They wanted us to know that we need to wait here. And he tells me, "Put your camera away." And I'm like, why do you want me to put my camera away? All right, we joined a group.
Unfortunately, there is no recording.
No recording, got you. And he's like, well, there's no, you know, recording allowed. So I was like, well, this haunted house is all over TikTok and it's all over YouTube. And he just shrugged his shoulders and, you know, went on his merry way. And, you know, the haunt is on YouTube. There's multiple videos of the haunt and there's multiple videos of the haunt on TikTok. So I'm like, why does that not apply to me? So I'm just weirded out by that. You know, I didn't really say anything at first, but I'm just like, that's weird that, you know, it's multiple videos on TikTok, there's multiple videos on YouTube, and they don't have media nights. So it's not like, you know, the people that were recording are like special people that they, you know, had come record the haunted house, or, you know, people that tour, you know, for haunted houses and went to the haunted house to record for media. They don't have that. So then he brings us into this little hall and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna record. It's all over, you know, YouTube and TikTok, whatever. So I sneak my phone and then he brings us into the pre-show of the haunt. So now we're in the pre-show of the haunt. It was kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't that good. I give it maybe like a 5 out of 10. And that's me being nice. So he comes in, he sees my phone, and he was like, put that in your pocket. Like, he's like right here to my face. Like, he's really close to me.
And should provide our hospitality too much to bear, simply scream, "I chicken out!" At which point we shall relentlessly mock you before escorting you back to safety. However, there are no refunds, no exchanges, and certainly no second chances.
Any more questions, comments, concerns? Keep that in your pocket. I don't want to see you with that in your hands.
He was like, put that in your pocket. And he was like going on and on and on. He went on for about maybe a minute and a half about my phone, pointing me out. And then his last words were, "If I see your phone again, you're out." And he slams the door.
I touch nothing and nothing will touch you. No video photography or flashlights of any kind. That doesn't look like a camera. I think you're pretty good on this one. While you guys are in here, no smoking, no vaping, no food and or beverages. And
As he's still in character, he just went too overboard for asking someone to put their phone in the pocket. And I totally understand there's multiple haunts out there that do not let you record. That can be for the safety of the haunt, for the safety of the actor, or maybe the haunt just wants people to experience it for themselves. So for me, he took it overboard. If I was at my haunt, I would have just been like, hey, put your phone away. I wouldn't have gone to like the tippy top limit of pointing someone out for like a minute and a half, and going on and on and on about a phone. So back to customer service. To me, that was really disrespectful. And again, the customer service was just horrible. That was rude, and scare actors, we don't do that. So let's get into the haunt. You guys are probably asking, was the haunt good? Was the haunt good for all year round haunt? So we walk into the haunt and we get our first jump scare, or our first scare of the haunt. One guy, it got me. I'm not gonna lie, it got me. It was a pretty good scare. He was just in a curtain. He popped out the curtain, and it was scary. Then we went up this flight of stairs. I can probably put a clip of that somewhere in the video, but it won't be my clip. It'll be someone else's clip, because again, this haunt is on YouTube.
Here we go up the staircase here. Oh, no scares on stairs.
So we get up to the first room after that long flight of stairs. And the stairs, again, are no scare zones, so you don't get scared on the stairs. I couldn't really tell what the theming of the room was. There was just stuff in the room. I will say the room is very detailed, very nice animatronics. They do a fabulous job of putting props in. Their props are really good, I do have to say. But there was one actor in that room. Then we kind of went down like a ramp to another room. Couldn't really tell what the theming of that room was either, but they had a nice animatronic in there as well. So then we get to the last room, and it was church themed. I actually could tell what the theme was. It was church themed. There was nuns in there. Then we got our next jump scare. It got me. I knew the guy was there. I saw him, but he got me, I have to say. But my problem, my biggest issue with that haunt is their makeup and their costumes are not themed to the rooms that they are in. Everyone kind of had like the OG, like lazy zombie look. For example, in the church, there was animatronics that looked like ghosts with a white, like blanket over their head. The scare actor didn't have that on. He was in like a zombie suit. He didn't look like he belonged in the room at all. So that's kind of my biggest problems with the theming of the rooms and the characters not, and the scare actors not matching their rooms. Another issue I also had, there was only 3 scare actors. It seemed like a haunt that highly depended on their sets and their animatronics. Again, they had nice animatronics in there. They were nice, they looked expensive, but it's like they're just to look at. They're not going to scare you. They're not going to chase you through the haunt. So they didn't feel like they depended on their scare actors at all. So do I think the haunt was worth $20? No. I think this haunt was very short. There was about not even 6 minutes of a walkthrough for $20. My haunt is $10, and my haunt is 15 to 30 minutes. So I think that this haunt is worth maybe $5 tops. I get that they have to make their money back for spending the money on their sets and their animatronics. But I think, if they're making that much money, it should go towards paying more scare actors and getting more actors in that building itself. I also think the building is horrible to be a haunt, going up a flight of stairs, going down, then going back up, then going back down, then going back all the way down the flight of stairs. Also, online, this haunt apparently had a gift shop. When we were there, there was no gift shop. Their gift shop literally had a fridge with drinks and t-shirts. That was it. It looked different a couple years ago, I guess, but their gift shop was non-existent. They also said that they had a dune buggy ride. This haunt did not have a dune buggy ride at all. So again, for $20 and you're lacking what your online page says you have, I think that that budget should come down to about $5. But if I had to rate this haunt, I would give this haunt a 2 out of 5 for the first haunt of the season. I wasn't a big fan of this haunt at all. Customer service is horrible at this haunt. Only 3 scare actors, very much depending on the sets. And my thing is, as a haunt, if you're going to work on your sets more than your actors, and hire less actors. Have it as a drive-through, have it as a walk-through, just to see the decorations, you know what I'm saying, for free. Honestly, it wasn't worth 20 bucks. My haunted house was only 10 bucks. And just to see the difference of haunted houses, I'm like, wow, my haunted house should be charging way more than the haunted house we went to at the Fun Spot. As a person that has worked as a scare actor or built sets, which I have, I think that their haunted house charge is a little too much, and I think that my haunted house charges a little less for what you get, because their haunted house is 5 minutes. My haunted house is 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how fast you walk. But I think that their haunt should be charging up to $5. Would I recommend this haunt? No, I would not recommend this haunt. And I say that with love. This haunt was horrible. But I will see you guys at Halloween Horror Nights pretty soon. And hopefully we can go to some other haunted houses in Tampa and Orlando and some conventions. I hope you guys like this episode of Undeadly Gore with your boy Jay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys hopefully soon at HHN.